I'm Wendy Rosasco, Pep Boys Area Director. After 27 years in the business, I've helped a lot of customers keep their vacations safe. And if you need new tires, Pep Boys has the best selection at the lowest prices guaranteed. Right now, buy 3 select Affinity, Hankook, or Cooper tires and get the 4th free instantly. So stop by Pep Boys and our certified techs will check your fluids, brakes, and alignment at no charge. I'm Wendy Rosasco, and you have my word.
Offer with installation through May 27th. Free services for rewards members. See restrictions at petboys.com.
Blog Talk Radio.
Caution, the tea is hot. Blow it off first, okay? Dish and tea with Big Meech.
Hello, hello, hello. It's another glorious day, my tea sippers, and you know what time it is. I hope you have all of your crumpets together because it's time to dish the tea. And your dish is darlings. With Big Meech.
Can't wait. Time to dish tea with Big Meech. Time to dish tea with Big Meech. Time to dish tea with Big Meech. Time to dish tea with Big Meech.
Darling. And hello, 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 hello. Hello out there to all of my tea sippers here in the United States and across the globe. Hi out there to all of you over there in Germany and in Italy and in the Caribbean islands, and to everyone at the sound of my voice. And it's another glorious Wednesday, my tea sippers. And you know what time it is, honey? It is time to dish tea, and you're dishing tea, darlings, with Big Meech. Oh, excuse me, I'm taking deep swallows and carrying on in between my speeches, my talking, because I'm sitting up here, I got a mouthful of peanut butter, honey. I am a peanut butter buff, and I'm sitting up here making my own Reese's. Remember the commercial from back in the day when they used to always tell you your chocolate is in my peanut butter? No, your peanut butter is in my chocolate. We're sitting up there dipping the little pieces of chocolate in the peanut butter. Well, child, I don't know why that taste just does me that way. But I done sat up here, went to the grocery store. Y'all know they had the Easter candy on sale, 50 to 60% off and shit. So I done found some Dove, little chocolate eggs, and I'm sitting up here eating them and just getting a scoop of peanut butter, just a spoonful, and putting two eggs on the spoon, and just sitting up here, baby. What I tell you, this is fabulous, and it's the Dove dark chocolate, baby. I'm in heaven right now, and I'm sitting up here. And I wonder, I really want to fuck this up so badly, but I can only do so much at a time because y'all know I done had this damn surgery, so I can only do a little bit at a time. But what I tell you, this is just absolutely fantastic. I mean it. It is absolutely fantastic. So for those of you who don't care for peanut butter, whatever, baby, okay, God bless you. That means there's just more for me. Okay. No harm, no foul, honey. It's just a little bit more for me to go dipping. Okay, I love it. So, oh my dear goodness, honey. If you want to join in on this conversation, honey, please. The number to call is 347-205-9183. That's 347-205-9183. And as you all know, honey, it is a Don't Come Out of a Bag Wednesday, honey, where you get to be my co-host, okay? So, I don't care what it is that's on your mind, honey. We could talk about it right here and right now, okay? This is the time. Whatever it is you want to talk about, that's what we're going to do. However, there is a proviso. If you come out of a bag, darling, trust, I'm going to come out of a bigger bag, okay? Please know, I have no idea what bag I'm coming out of. Just know that I'm coming out of one. And if you come out of one, then, darling, yes, that means I'm going to have to cut a jig, okay? So, having said all that, the number to call is 347-205-9183, okay? Oh, I ain't got the tea room open. Wait a minute, let me open up the tea room, and then we can make that happen. And 5, 6, 7, and 8. And now, okay, if you're listening by computer, the tea room is open, so you can come on up in here and make it happen. Just be mindful, honey, if you're coming over here to chat, please understand that this is the written word, and based on our culture and stuff. Folks, we learn to perceive things based on our own experiences, and what you might think is a neck rolling trying to let you have it moment, it may not be, because you're not there to hear the person's, speaking patterns or how the intonations and stuff in their voice. So it may not be what you think it is. Hey, Road to Stardom is in there with me. Hey, Sugar, thanks for coming on in. So, yes, just be mindful of that, because if I come up in here and find that you are cutting up, I'm going to cut you out. Yes, I am. So in order to chat with everyone or to dish your tea over there, you have to create a profile page. So make sure you do that. It's free of charge, and then you'll be able to interact. Otherwise, you'll just be listed as a guest and have a number by it, and then you can just see what's going on, okay? You can read and comment there, okay? So that there is fantabulous, 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 okay? Now, also, oh, damn it. See, I got to reload everything. I lost all of my audio clips that I had up in here, and I had this recorded so that I could just play it. But I see I have to speak it. Dishing tea with Big Meech is for mature audiences, and the language and/or subject matter that you hear on this program is not suitable for children or anyone who is not mature or responsible enough to handle the subject matters. So, your listening discretion is advised. I repeat, Dishing Tea with Big Meech is for mature audiences, and the language and/or subject matters that you hear on this program is not suitable for children or anyone who is not mature or responsible enough to handle the subject matter. So your listening discretion is advised, okay? Now, y'all all know, honey, I'm well over 44 years of age. I have earned the right to every 3, 4, 5, 6, 16, 25, 32, 54 letter and or syllable word that comes out of my mouth. So, having said all that, honey, I don't know what bag I'm coming out of. Just know I'm coming out of one, okay? So, if you have children, or if you are at work, now is the time for you to exercise your own responsibility, your personal responsibility, dears. Put the children in another room somewhere so they could watch Dora or SpongeBob or Bert and Ernie or somebody's place. Okay? If you're at work, now is the time for you to have your headphones on and or turn your volume down to a respectful level so that you will not be a disruption or a distraction, because none of you bitches will come to me at the Dollar Tree, at Dollar General, at Family Dollar, at the Kroger, at the Walmart, the Walgreens, the Target, Saks Fifth Avenue. I don't give a damn where I am. None of you will come to me and say that because you're listening to my program that you got demerits, you got written up, you got this, because you did not handle your own responsibility. So please, I implore you, govern yourselves accordingly, okay? Thank you. Say no more. Okay. Before we go any further, I want to take this time. I'm going to give a special birthday shout out to someone who's very special to me. Today is his birthday eve, and tomorrow he was crossing over and leaving 45 alone. Today is his last day being 45, and tomorrow he embarks on being one step closer to the big 50. So to Bronx Bear 215, you know who you are. Thank you, baby. I love you. And mucho, 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 mucho amore to you and to everything that you stand for and everything that you mean to me. So I want to do that publicly and say happy birthday here, and we'll talk soon. You already know that. So having said that, let me also say this, and I'm very, very, very excited. Yeah, I see I'm kind of bubbly and shit and carrying on. Those of you who are in the Detroit area who want to make sure that you come out to see this, tickets are on sale now. My play, my very, very first play, No Time for the Pain, will be making its world premiere at 1515 Broadway, located at the address 1515 Broadway, right there in downtown Detroit, Michigan. We will be playing there July 25th, 26th, and 27th. That there is the Hotter Than July Black Gay Pride celebration. So all of you who are LGBT, we are an official Hotter Than July event. So we're going to ask that you get your tickets now so that you can make sure that you have a seat. And hopefully, if we get enough tickets, we'll hold over, and I'm hoping that's our goal, to hold over for another weekend. So you guys come on out. Tickets are $20. And for more information about all of that, please go to the website at dishingtea.com, and you can find out how to purchase your tickets, where to get them from. For those of you who are local in Detroit, you can go down to the box office at 1515 and pick up tickets, and et cetera, et cetera. I am I am very, very, very excited. This is a 20-plus year dream come true for me, so I really need you guys to help make this happen. If you can't make it and would like to donate or send someone there or whatever, again, go to the website or you can find us. Our hashtag is hashtag NTFTP. Hashtag that and on Twitter and carry it on, and you will find out where to go do what you need to do. We have a GoFundMe account up where you could donate there if you wish. If you're businesses or whatever, we do have sponsorship packages available for you where you could come on in. And we have a fantastic deal for $200. You could get we're doing a television show, advertising here on the radio, and also print advertisement. All of that for $200. So go check out the deal and see if that is up your alley, and we can make all of this happen. So please, 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 your generosity would not go unseen, and to have my gratitude I don't have enough words to express my gratitude to you and for you. So again, No Time for the Pain. Tickets are on sale now, coming at 1515 Broadway in downtown Detroit, July 25th, 26th, and 27th. For those of you who are actors and want to know about auditions, we haven't held the auditions yet. I will let you know when the audition date will be so that you can come on out and understand what this is. Now, I will say this. This is a gay play, okay? It is a gay play. All of the characters except for three, are gay. 2 of them are drag queens. Well, one is a drag queen, one is a pre-op trans. So that means if you are not neither one of them, you have to be willing to get up in hair and makeup. Ha-ha. So understand that. If that's not your forte, that's fine, baby. I'm not going to push you into something you don't want to do. But when we let you know when the auditions are, you can send that information out to those who are legitimate actors. I don't want nobody coming to the church play. Because you did the church play. No. This is a professional theater, baby. So we want to make sure that you understand all that, okay? So be on the lookout for the audition notices real soon, okay? So I am very, very, very ecstatic about that. All right? So having said all that, let me take a little commercial break. And then when we come back from the break, I'm going to get into today's show because, my darlings, you are my co-host. So whatever's on your mind is what we're going to talk about, okay? I do have a couple of things that's on mine, and we'll get all off into that. So let me come out of this, and when we come back, honey, it's a don't come out of a bag day. I'll talk to you in a minute. African Easy Silk. Beauty products designed with healthy hair and skin in mind. African Easy Silk products are manufactured with the highest quality ingredients. Our products contain special vitamins and oils designed to promote healthy hair and skin. Treat yourself to that luxurious feeling of being soft and supple as you bask in our bubble baths and body lotions enriched with emollients like African shea butter, vitamin E, and olive oils to condition your skin. Delight in the wonders of the African Easy Silk hair care maintenance system and relaxers, formulated to promote hair growth while leaving your hair soft and silky. To get your supply of African Easy Silk beauty products, contact Mr. Harvey at 313-571-6144. That's 313-571-6144. Or go to the website at www.aezsilk.com. That's www.aezsilk.com. African Easy Silk beauty products. Products designed with healthy hair and skin in mind. Pharaoh's Treasure Box. Fine art, unique jewelry, and sensational 3D silk floral arrangements. Creations by Taps. For all of your decorative needs, contact Pharaoh's Treasure Box at 248-688-5178 or 5179. Again, that's 248-688-5178 or 5179. Or you can email at Pharaoh's Treasure Box at yahoo.com. That's Pharaoh's Treasure Box, PHAROAHS Treasure Box at yahoo.com. To see the collection or to purchase, go to www.buysellcommunity.com/store/Pharaoh's Box. Again, that's www.buysellcommunity.com/store/Pharaoh's Box, and that's PHAROAHZ Box. Pharaoh's Treasure Box of Detroit, Michigan. Fine art, unique jewelry, and sensational 3D silk floral arrangements.
Girl, you know I like me a married man. You know why I like a married man? Because when you get through with him, he got to go home to his wife. See, I'm all about the paper, baby. And see, I learned that if you can give away your dog, I can sell my cat. So to all you women that are hating on me out there, you better listen and you better learn. Cause this is the truth, baby. Hey, listen to me now. I said eating ain't cheating. I said eating ain't cheating. Oh, eating ain't cheating. No, so eat your life away. Oh, just wash your mouth with Listerine, and she won't know a thing. Oh, ooh. I took this man home the other day, and it was about 11 o'clock. And you know, he told me he had to be home at 12. I was like, what was really the reason for you coming home with me? Because, baby, I ain't the kind of woman that like a quickie. You know, I'm a big girl, and you just can't hit it and quit it. I want you to do a little bit more than just stand up in it. But ladies, I sent that man home looking like a glazed donut around the mouth because he was all up in it. And this is what I told him. I said, eating ain't cheating. I said, eating ain't cheating. Oh, eating ain't cheating. No, so eat your life away. Oh, what she don't know won't hurt. So put them lips under my skirt. Hey, play it for me, my fellow guy. Just wash your mouth with Listerine, and she won't know a thing. Oh, ooh. I said eating ain't cheating. I said eating ain't cheating. Oh, eating ain't cheating. No, so eat your life away. Ooh, sneak away from your wife and be my candy liquor tonight. So if your man come home and he ain't hungry, that's because he ate at Big Cynthia's house.
Oh, good evening, honey. If your man ain't hungry, that's because he ate at Big Cynthia's house, honey. Hot damn. If you are just tuning in, honey, yes, you are dishing tea, darlings, with Big Meech, baby. And there's a reason for that song that I played. And I'll get to that in a minute. If you wish to come in on the conversation, honey, this is Don't Come Out of a Bag Wednesday, where you get to be my co-host. So whatever is on your mind, honey, we could talk about it right here, right now. Just dial in at 347-205-9183. That's 347-205-9183. Press the number 1 just one time. You'll hear the prompt to say, you are now in the host queue. When you hear that, that means that I have you and your hand is up, and that I'll get to you at the appropriate time, okay? If you press it twice, honey, it's going to say that you're not in the queue anymore. And then that means that your hand is not raised over here, and I won't see you, okay? So, having said all that, whoo, child, that song there, okay? Rose, you like that song? Okay. And then Dummy Tree over there in the tea room, honey, okay, they got you too. Okay. And they say, well, but cheating can be eaten, though. Okay. Well, we know that. We're going to talk about that in just a couple of seconds, honey. Just a couple of seconds. I wish you would call in, honey, because you know I'm dying for you to call into the show. Dummy Tree over here in the tea room is from Germany. So he listens in all the way overseas, honey. I'm just so ecstatic that you're here, my darling. Thank you for keeping me international, darling. Thank you. Now, having said all that, okay, these are the things that are on my mind today. So, like I said, when you call in, honey, you can talk about whatever is on yours. But if you don't know what to talk about or are a little embarrassed or whatever, you can pick from one of these topics that I have today. Usually I have 3, but no, actually, usually I have 4, but today I have 3. But I think I've just found a 4th one to talk about. As a matter of fact, what I'm going to do, let me tell you what it is, and I'm going to play this little clip, and you'll get it. Now, I know this is a hot topic, a red button issue, and all of that. However, I cannot sit by and not talk about this here on this particular show. I'm not going to play any other clips because y'all been bombarded with what this man said. However, we have to talk about the Don Sterling and his alleged racial comments or racist comments. Now, here's my question to you. Are we really surprised by his comments, or are we surprised that someone publicized them? Okay? And I took that particular stance because, well, I'll explain that a little later. Because, see, I think my particular take on it is it may have a little slant to it, and you'll understand. Now, the reason for eating ain't cheating is because here is the topic that I want to discuss with many of you. And it mind boggles me because I don't believe that people feel this way, okay? But not so much as eating ain't cheating, but also the fact that are you one who believes that oral sex is not, quote, unquote, real sex? Do you believe, or does sex in your mind have to be penetrative sex in order for it to mean anything to you? I have a few friends, and I'm gonna call her by her street name, honey, because when she was a park bunny, we used to call her Miss Jillian. And this heifer is one of the people that started this with me a long time ago, because she was telling me about one of her little escapades. And she said, oh, child, well, we sucked each other off or whatever. But, it wasn't real sex. It wasn't sex at all. I said, wait a minute, back up. I said, what did you just say? Well, we did something, but it wasn't sex. It wasn't the real thing. I said, bitch, wait a minute. What do you mean it wasn't the real thing? Well, no, honey, oral sex or sucking dick or nothing ain't, and that's not real sex. I said, it's called oral sex. It says that in the title of the damn action. So how is it not real sex? Please explain this to me. And she just stammered, and basically her thing was because she didn't get penetrated, that she felt as though she was okay, and it didn't constitute as real sex to her. So I said, well, wait a minute, baby, back up. So are you trying to explain to me that any time that when you are partner, whatever, if your husband or your boyfriend or whatever ain't jabbing you, dicking you down, or giving you a horrible stab session, okay, or you ain't rodeo doing, that because you just sucked him off or whatever, that wasn't real, but the cum shot was. That was a real cum shot, but but that wasn't real sex. Is that what you're trying to get me to believe? And the child laughed at me and said, girl, you know what I'm saying. No, the fuck I don't. That's why I'm asking you. Okay, that's why I'm asking you, Sugar Plum. I need to understand this. And then when I found out, child, that she wasn't the only one, and I know that was stupid of me to think that that was only one person in the world to think that way. However, there is a whole community across the orientation stratosphere, honey. It's not just a gay thing. It's across orientations that people believe that because it is oral sex, that it is not, quote-unquote, real sex. Dear God in heaven, somebody help me understand that, please, because I'm trying to get it, okay? So, that's the second thing that I have on. And then, now, we're going to have a little fun with this one because y'all know I'm a gladiator in a uniform, honey. I am a gladiator in a uniform, in a suit, sometimes in a skirt. I am a gladiator, honey. So I follow Scandal and praise God that it was on it's on demand because I had a little problem with my cable and I missed the season finale. But I was able to go catch it, and I'm gonna watch it one more time to make sure that I looked at it because I study this stuff, right? However, it has been confirmed that Harrison will not be returning for season 4 because he was fired. Yes, Columbus short, honey. Now, my question is, what the fuck? WTF, question mark, exclamation point, asterisk, star, ampersand. Now, Columbus was my little boo baby, honey. He was just a little too thin for me. I like big old boys. But he was cute little eye candy. And Harrison, honey, I just love his spitfire. Harrison was so fucking spitfire, it was ridiculous. Okay? And when he took charge and was able to sit down there and put his teeth into something, baby, that was sexy as hell. I love that shit. However, his personal life, has gotten in the way of his professional life. Whatever he's going through with his wife, it's been reported a number of things. And I'm not going to dredge all that because I don't know what's true. I don't know what ain't. However, what it appears for me is that the amount of success that he's having with Scandal, I think he's one of those people where the success is getting to him and it's affecting his personal life, not knowing what that means. I can speculate and think, like I just said, how cute he is and this, that, and the other. The amount of attention that he's grabbing, maybe the wife is not understanding it, can't cope with it, this, that, and the other. Especially, I don't know if she's even in the industry. See, when you're dealing with entertainment and carried on, if you are not in this business, when all that fame and popularity and this, that, and the other comes along, it comes very quick and it comes very fast. Now, I'm going to speculate again and say that I'm starting to believe that somewhere in his mix that drugs, alcohol, or something is in addition to what he's going on with his problems, because you are on the most successful television show, period. Okay, and that's a career builder. This is this. You done lasted for 3 seasons, and et cetera, et cetera. And it's just sad. So, your takes on that, honey. Then we can sit down and talk about Scandal if you want to, because, we can get all off into this, because Mama Pope, honey, is this bitch here. When she sat up there and told this thing, honey, when she came to the hospital room, and she said, wait a minute. She said, baby, who's going to stop me? You? Baby, when she did that and touched her face, baby, I screamed, because I thought about me and my mama. I was like, okay, you know what, that's my mama. Out of respect, I don't want to just take her down like that. But then at the same time, honey, mama ain't told me all of her tricks. You know what I'm saying? Child, shit. Okay, this whole thing here is absolutely to kill for, literally. Okay? At least in the show. So, having said all that there is a hot topic here. And then I just came up with this one as I was speaking to one of my children. And we were talking about this whole idea of, the whole scared straight thing. And I know when I was a kid, that was something that came on TV. And if y'all remember, it came on television. It was a big, big, big event. Remember when we used to have those kinds of events on TV? This was a once-in-a-lifetime thing. It was coming on television. Everybody had to go watching it, this, that, and the other. Now we got DVRs, and you could record it now, and we lose that moment. However, it was a big thing. And I remember the first time it came on, you know, it was something. And then they re-aired it, you know, years later, and Whoopi Goldberg was the host of it. You know, she did a little commentary before it, and she was saying that, you know, when she first saw this and how they had this kind of language on television or whatever, she was a bit taken back because, you know, of course, at that time her daughter was hell, her daughter was a year older than me, so we're kids. But she said she felt that it was needed, you know, and that we need to really get to the mind frame of the kids and this, that, and the other. And it aired again. Well, now it's taken on new life, and I want to know, what do y'all think that it actually works? Do you think it actually, particularly in this day and time where we have a lot of the children who we have allowed popular culture to say that going to jail now is a rite of passage. Now, I'm going to play this clip right here. Let me play this, and I'm going to go forward. Oh, not that one, not that one, not that one, not that one. I just played that. No, wrong. Stop. Damn it. It don't want to stop. I will play this one. This is.
I'm Tony, a.k.a. Pebbles. I've got 14 years prison time for burglary. This ain't what you want at all. Somebody like you'll be my man up in my cell in the bed. You'll be mine, and nothing you can do about it. Once these doors close, you belong to me. Your food, your clothes, and the shoes you wear belongs to me. That's how it is up in here. They take your ass. Y'all always up slow as hell from the back. Why you here?
Stealing cars.
Stealing cars. People work too hard for their money for some little Rudy Poop punk like you to go and break their and take their car. Now, how you supposed to get to work? How you supposed to feed their kids? But you're so damn selfish, you can't understand that. What you here for?
Smoking, being disrespectful.
Smoking. Have this pile full of crackheads.
Not me, girl.
I didn't say you. But have this pile full of crackheads. They can't get a phone call out, can't get commissary, because what they feed you ain't the state will tell you, we only feed you enough to keep you alive. Fortunately, my family still with me a little bit, so I get money every now and then. But my money late today, so I'm mad as hell. Now, I want every one of y'all to give me a reason to go off. Don't let my hair fool you. Don't let my hair fool you. I knock all y'all ass out, one by one. I'm not playing no games with y'all. My life is gone. I'm 28. I won't get out till I'm down there 40. This is not a game. Gotta get y'all life together.
I want some of him. That black one. I think he got big old. What's your deal? You want to fight your mama? You ought to be ashamed of yourself. You want to fight your mama? I'll kick your ass. You want to fight your mama? This was the red shirt. And I feel that heat you got to me. I can fight with nails. Don't get it twisted. You mad at the world? Mad at myself. Why? I just got an attitude problem. I got an attitude problem. I shot my landlord and his wife. I have an attitude problem. Attitude. I have attitude. But I'm smiling because I'm sitting here telling you, don't do what I do. I'm going to tell you the truth. I've been here for 3 years and 1 month for fighting. I kept putting my hands on people. I've been to mental hospitals. I've been to juvenile all my life. You feel what I'm saying? I just got into a fight 3 weeks ago. Try to jump on me, I had to do what I had to do. Explain to these folks what happens when y'all get into a fight and how we break y'all up. Pepper spray, tase. This right here is what you get. This is what y'all want. That's what happens.
Y'all do me one favor. I don't want to see y'all on the news. Being shot and killed for stealing no car. Being shot and killed trying to fight somebody. Please, I don't want to see y'all in here. Please do it for yourself. Ain't nobody gonna take care of you. Let's go.
Okay, I'm back, but wait a minute. What I'm laughing for is because y'all have to see the clip, and it's not exactly on YouTube. I found this on Facebook. Someone had inserted this in one of the groups that I'm in on Facebook, and it's not a direct link on YouTube. So I guess I don't know where they got this from, but baby, you need to see this because this particular episode, I don't know where it comes from either because it's not referenced. But this particular episode, they got all these little kids, honey, up in here, and they are, as you heard, the first two children, honey, are gay. And I don't know if all these prisoners were gay. I'm thinking the last guy that said he was fought a lot, I'm thinking that he's gay as well, because looking at him, I'm like, okay, that's a piece of trade there. But, child, what got me was Miss Thing sat there and said, she said, no, I want some of that because he looked like he got a big old dick. Baby, when I saw that, I screamed for the gods, because I know that just, if you had seen the look in the little boy's face, you know, that I think was when it started to get real for him, because in this particular episode, they could do all that shouting and hollering and carrying on, but a lot of these kids, they ain't fazed by that. That don't mean nothing, because I'm starting to believe that a lot of these kids think that when they go in, that they're going in to find their friends. Because, so, like I say, going to jail now has become such a rite of passage for so many of these kids. And it's become, you know, just the thing to do to where they feel they can handle it. And you get your street cred based on the amount of time that you served and how you get through it and this, that, and the other. So I really think a lot of these kids go up in here thinking that they can find their friends and shit, and they're going to have their protection and this, that, and the other, blah, they spleen. So that there is all of that. But when Miss Thing said this, she said, I want some of that because he looked like he got a big old dick, baby. I just lost it. I fail. Okay? Now, I'm going to put this out there. For any of you who have been in prison or have that experience or whatever, and can come and this is no judgment. I don't want to make this facetious at all. I don't want to make this at all facetious because, see, one of the things that this is very real, and there's there's twofold on this. If I can find somebody who is up there in a position of power to bring on the show to where we can talk about this, or who were formerly in positions of power, because maybe they don't want to, if they're still there, they may not want to go where I want to take this, because it's twofold to this. Number one, I believe in prisoners' rights. I believe in being able to, yes, lock them up or whatever for their crimes they committed. But one of the things I believe in is prisoners' rights, honey. You can't just lock them up and then just treat them as if they're wild animals or things just because you took their freedom from them. I also believe that there's no such thing as rehabilitation, because if you're not giving them the tools that they need to become to get better on the outside, then all you're doing is creating a recidivism in their minds and in their hearts, to where all they know is jail culture to come back. So I have a problem with a couple of those, and I've never been. Not to do any kind of time. I've only been locked up in a holding cell and carried on down at the precinct. I've never gone to county. I've never gone to anything else. And I'm glad that's not my experience. However, listening and talking and carrying on, oh, no, honey. No, honey. I can never be Bubba's bitch, because, you know what, as a gay man, honey, I want to have sex with another man on my own free will, not because I got to fight for it. And ain't nothing sexy about that, okay? Not for me. Not for me. I like aggressive sex. I like it a little rough. I don't like being raped, okay? That ain't fun. That ain't fun, which is why, well, I'm going to go there. I almost said something, but I won't go. Okay. All right, I'm going to go to the phone lines and open them up, so y'all come on in. Let's see, while I'm doing it over here in the tea room, W2 says, I'm glad I didn't go to jail. I know people who did, including someone who hides it, I think. Okay, right. And nothing sexy about being raped. I know. And I know folks who have that kind of fantasy or whatever, and what I was going to say that I stopped myself was that I've had folks want to introduce that to me in sex play or whatever, and want me because of my size. I'm 6'4", 300 pounds, want me to get into that kind of arena. And I never felt comfortable with that, because no means no to me, and you cannot say no and then, expect me to keep going, because then that becomes rape. And that, in my mind, that's two separate things. And having a trauma where I almost became a rape victim, no, that's nothing sexy about that for me. So I cannot romanticize that. And anybody who does, I wonder. I'm not going to say it's bad or wrong. It's just that I wonder. And I think a lot of times we fantasize about something that, and in the fantasy, it goes the way you want it to go, of course. And all of the this and the that and of it is cute. We like big old powerful muscular men and this, that, and all of that. That's the cuteness of it. But when it goes wrong, okay, and they don't know how to take their time, they get to hurting you for real, and they don't stop because you say that and the other, then what, and all of that. So I can't do it. And for those who have been in those kinds of situations, they understand that, particularly in the prison system, because now we're dealing with all men's prisons, all women's prisons, and that thing goes on. I don't know how, because I've never been, but we're all taught that goes on often. I was told by someone who's been in the joint that it's not as often as you think, but it's frequent. So I'm going to open up the doors, honey. Okay, let's go to the lines. You guys been here holding with me. Thank you for holding. Coming here, 313-434. 313-434. You're on the air with Big Meech. Hey, baby.
Hey, baby.
What's up?
You know what? Racism is rampant in the United States, and he's just the first one that got caught. Paula Dean giving him a high five saying, we running shit, but we getting old. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Here is where I am with this.
Mm-hmm.
And I had this discussion a couple of days ago, with a friend of mine down here, and he said something that I thought was very interesting because I thought the same thing. His take was, I don't think that he took it to mean it the way that it came out. I said, really? I said, because that's awfully blatant. He said, no, hear me out. He says, what I think is happening is that this little bitch that he's sitting up here fucking is his side piece, and so now she's somebody else's side pieces, and now he's getting on her about, being in the company of all these other people because it's possibly you they side piece too. And if you're going to publicize that, then that means that you are possibly having these little chicken heads or these little gangsters or whatever coming up trying to get my money because they're trying to get through me through you. I said, interesting concept. And then he said, think about it like this from your perspective. He said, what if you had a lover, you out into the open or whatever, but your lover's still doing, you got a side piece. Your side piece is out doing whatever the side piece is doing and going to hang out with crackheads and carrying on, and then posting it up on Instagram that she out there, dealing with the crackheads and shit, and then all of that comes to your particular label and your brand, and now, you're guilty by association. And I said, interesting point. Now, how I feel is this. This is nothing new. My thing is, this man has been owning this team. He has been here. He has been there. There have been several instances where he has shown his true colors, so they already know that he's racist. Mm-hmm. They come out with the reports, and they have said that, he had to file lawsuits. He's paid off lawsuits or whatever because in his rental properties he has not rented to blacks and Hispanics and carrying on, or Latinos, which is very interesting because his little jump off piece, honey, happened to be half black, half Latino. Okay, so having said all that, it doesn't surprise me that he feels that way because how many of us got jobs now? You know the energy when you walk into your damn job. You know when we're dealing with folks who are not of color, and even those who are black. You know where that energy is, where they don't want to be bothered with your ass, and you know how to act accordingly. None of the players have said anything. None of them have called them out because why? They need their damn job. As long as you respect me, then we ain't got an issue. I don't have to sit down there and like you. I don't have to sit down there and be your best friend. All I need you to do is to respect me. And throughout that conversation, if you paid attention to what he said, this is the part that gets me. because a lot of people are waiting on him. They jumping on the part where he said, don't bring him to my games, don't this, or that. All right, but he kept saying is you could do what you want to do. I like him. I care for him and this, that, and the other. But, when it comes to do your shit privately. Do your shit privately. So in that is he's talking out the side of his mouth, okay, because now I heard Stephen A. Smith, ESPN sports caster, sit up there and say what, and I agree with him. Now you done sit down there and you have put me in a place. As long as I'm making you money, as long as, everything is copacetic and I see you in this particular spot, that's all you are to me. And how many of us are like that to this day on a job? You going up there, the Muslims and the power to the black people say that all the time. You go to work for the white man, and you can sit down there, he can tell you how to jump, and you going to jump because you getting that paycheck. And as long as everything is cool and you sit up there making that coin, he going to give you your little bit, and it's all cute. Okay? Now, until you start to sit up there and ruffle them feathers, the players ain't never said nothing. That's how come it took the girlfriend to do it. And this, that, and the other. This one came out because this was a private conversation. Now, here's what I found to be very interesting. This is a private conversation that someone has leaked. Now, we had a little bit of do-wah-diddy when Mel Gibson went off on his little daughter or whatever. We heard a little bit when Dog, the bounty hunter, said the shit, and did his little do-wah-diddy. But catch it, Mel Gibson's still making movies. Dog is still his TV show is still on. He's still the damn bounty hunter and carrying on. You know what I'm saying? And so now here we are dealing with folks who have their own private opinions and this, that. I don't give a damn how you feel because as far as I'm concerned, you felt that way anyway. The connection with Paula Deen, it wasn't the fact that she said it. The bitch lied. You gonna sit there and say you said the word once. Bitch, you was raised in the damn South, honey, where all your damn shits was the damn help. You come from that. And you're going to tell her, I only used the word once. I didn't want to backpedal and say she never in her life meant it. Bitch, stop lying. Mm-hmm. That's what it was for me. Bitch, you lied. All you had to do was say, child, that was at a different time. I've elevated my consciousness and carried on. I've removed that word from my vocabulary, and, I've learned how to respect people. All she had to do was say that shit. She'd still be Paula Deen sitting up there frying chicken on Oprah. But the bitch sit up there and she lied. This motherfucker trying to lie, talking about, this is not how my personal feelings and this, that, and that. Use a lie. Use a damn lie. And then you're going to sit up there and say that what they say, 80% of your fucking team is black, fool. But you don't want black people to come to your games. Really? Damn. So now what we have seen, as we all know, is that slavery has never went anywhere. Just the face of it has changed, and the name of it has changed. Now, that there is my feelings. How about that?
How about it?
Okay. Now, I'm going to leave you open. I'm going to bring in 248-915. Come on up in here, baby.
What's up, Mitch?
Hey, darling. What's happening? Dish your tea, honey.
This whole thing with Sterling is, I think it's with so much other shit going on in the world, this is the least thing we have to be worried about. Racism is real. Racism is real. It exists. What's the problem? He's a problem, and they didn't charge him this 2.5. That's nothing to him. He's a billionaire. Who gives a fuck? For real. It ain't gonna help me. If you want to impress me, take that money and give it to the community he offended.
Okay. Now how about that one?
Feed some of these homeless people. Shelter some of these homeless people. Do something like that. The girlfriend leaked a private conversation, and that's probably because the bitch didn't get her check this month.
How about it?
Okay, and I'm like, bitch, okay, ain't you sold enough pussy? What's the problem? Really, what's the problem? So it's my understanding her and the wife are going through something personal where the wife is trying to get at her as a home wrecker. Well, bitch, you trying to be Nicole Slusson, whatever her name, from the Pussycat Dolls, if you call her bitch. Right. You just a wannabe bitch that's unimportant. That's just another hoe that got caught up and played to the side and mad about it. She had to leak that conversation. He didn't.
Exactly.
He didn't.
And see, here's a thought too, because I'm not as technologically sound as I ought to be. But if that was we all on cell phones now. You know, it's very few people that. How many times have you been recording your conversations with him? And why did you record this particular conversation? And then on top of it, as I'm listening to that conversation, you can tell she baited him. Because listen to the question. So what are you saying? You don't like black people? I'm half black and half Mexican or Latino, whatever she said. And I love people. But the picture was with Magic Johnson. Right. She called his name on purpose, because that I clocked on purpose. Well, he does a lot for his community, and he does a lot for the. I said, okay, that right there, let me know that this whole conversation was set up. When she went into that little banter there, this conversation was set up. So, bitch, I don't want to hear nothing about this. You wasn't trying to hurt him or whatever. You set him up. And if you know that he was the one trying to get out of it, why are you doing this? He kept saying, I'm done with the conversation. I'm done. It's over. And she kept baiting him. Oh, Pookie, I'm sorry. And if you pay attention to that, see, that's what all this is for me.
Well,
fuck what he feels like, because, hell, we knew that already. Shit.
You know what, Meeks, though, on some real talk, I don't give a fuck how he got there and what he said, what he did. It ain't going to change my day. It's not going to change my day. The impact has nothing to do with me. Somebody wants that team, and that's what it's about, and he won't sell it.
Right.
It is some kind of power play. It is some kind of power play in action. And I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? It's folks, it's bigger problems in the world than this billionaire. You know what I'm saying? For me.
Right, who got all this money.
Right. I'm
not the part
connected.
that was a little that way for me was when he went down and said, they're good people, but I've given them this and I've given them homes and I'm giving them this and I'm giving them that. And see, right there took me right back to roots, child. When the Emancipation Proclamation was signed and the slaves were free and they was about to be free, honey, and walk off, and Master said, well, wait a minute, honey, I done given you this and I done gave you that. I done gave you that. You're going to leave me alone.
Right.
With nothing to do.
On one hand, you're absolutely correct, but you got to look at it. He's their boss.
Right.
He's their boss. His mentality is, you're the help, I'm the master. Pick the card, shoot the ball until I tell you to stop. And if you don't shoot it fasterly, you're going to get whooped. And the whooping, instead of getting lashes, you get fired.
How about it?
These people are well compensated for their time, for playing with him. Yeah, he made that's his personal feeling. I can't be mad at that man for feeling how he feels. How often do other people say shit? What's the news anchor that said Beyonce was a bad influence?
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
God. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
O'Reilly.
It didn't nothing happen to Bill. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
What difference does it make? I don't understand why this is such a big deal. He ain't the only white person in the NBA that ain't got nothing for black people. I'm sure. You know what I'm saying? So
they were talking about Margaret Schultz years ago when she said, I forgot when she was the owner of somebody's team, and she said, "This is my $1 million nigga."
Right. And he was.
Right.
He was.
Here is the interesting question to ask. And I know once I get around the right kind of people, honey, it's going to spark a debate. Because I think right now we're preaching to the choir here. But the question becomes, because we know what the mainstream society is and the thought of mainstream society, it's easy for us to say that to one another because we understand what the power structure is. Now, coming under an Obama administration that we now have our first biracial African-American skinned president, okay, is that something that we as blacks can actually sit up there and say is a truth? You know, to where we can sit up there and say, yeah, he really was $1 million nigga because shit, that's what they paid you for. He was dumb as rocks. He didn't have no education. He sat down there. He could hit the ball. He could shoot the ball over there. He could run the goddamn ball. That's all he was the ball game. There's nothing else that was about him that was substantial to make him a person outside of him saying, okay, I signed him to this contract, and now this motherfucker can make my team this money. We could sell these tickets. We could get this merchandise. We could get this off of his back. Off of his blood, sweat, and tears. So, yeah, this stuff became that. So how is that something that we would ever accept as a people about how mainstream culture sees us?
Well, on one hand, ever accepted just because of our culture and our teaching about how whites feel about us. But another thing, we constantly calling each other niggas.
Right.
So, because the white man said it all of a sudden.
Well, no, I think not so much all of a sudden. I think because a white man say it seemed to want to have some kind of importance or some kind of reverence or some kind of whatever. And see, I was just having this conversation too. Remember a few years ago where there was this whole big old debate on the word itself, and to say nigger with an ER on the end was different from saying nigga with an AH on the end. And that was the most dumb, that was one of the stupidest conversations that this country ever have embarked on, outside of trying to sit up there and make Ebonics a damn a class to take in school as far as a language class. I thought that was one of the most stupidest things because the word is the word. It didn't matter how it was spelled. It still had the same shit. There was no difference in the pronunciation, child, as far as I was concerned.
No, it isn't. And
we have allowed for that word to have so much fucking power to where it has been reduced to just a letter. In fact, it takes more time to say the N-word than to say nigga. Okay.
Right.
So, so why have we allowed for this particular word to have so much power to where that is the only word in the damn dictionary to where it has been reduced? Because I'm going to tell you something. You don't hear the word kike. You don't hear that being thrown around like that because why? The Jewish people said, if you say it, bitch, I will erase you.
Exactly.
Jewish children stood up and said, we will not stand for that word to be used. And you don't hear that. It is nowhere near an everyday conversation.
They don't say it to each other.
They don't say it to each other because it's offensive. And they have removed, they so much don't want to hear the word to where it's damn near removed.
Exactly.
And if the word was so hateful and so horrible, why have we not done that with the word nigger? Because I don't understand. Or with the word fag and dyke and bull, dagger, and any other word that's supposed to be, a degrading word. Why have we not done that? But this is the one word, it has so much power to where we don't sit up there and say who can say it and who can't say it. How about that? And then they reduced it down to a fucking letter.
But that's just like in the gay community. You know what? We'll call each other fags and sissies, but let a straight boy or a straight woman call us a sissy.
Right.
It's the worst. Oh, she called me a sissy, so I had to hit the bitch. But I heard you call yourself a sissy, or you say I'm not that kind of girl. What the fuck? It's just too much. It is too much emphasis put on this irrelevant shit. Right now we need to figure out what's coming after Obama gone. Get your ass out and vote.
That's a thought, ain't it? Go there.
How about it?
Go there.
Y'all, we worried about the wrong shit. We worried about the wrong shit. That man ain't gonna suffer from that 2.5.
Number one.
He's really not. And the bitch that, you know, that turned in the phone call, she going to have a moment of fame, honey, but basically you a whore.
Which is how everybody's seeing her anyway.
Exactly.
Everybody saw her that anyway. Shit, that was when the story first broke. That was the first thing they went and said was how much money she done spent, how she done bought. She bought Mercedes and what was it? Was it one Mercedes or two Bentleys, or was it the other way around? And she done went on this elaborate shopping spree, and she done went this, and she done did that on this man's money, which is why the wife was upset, because the wife thought she's, you know, just a gold digger husband, and et cetera, et cetera.
But if you remember when they showed this picture when he was at the game, she wasn't even sitting directly next to him. She was 2 seats down.
Exactly.
The wife was right next to him.
Well, how about that? Oh, we got some more calls. Let me bring somebody else up here. 972-896. 972-896. I'm bringing you in. 313-772. Stay right there, baby. I'm coming to you in just a second. All right. Hello, baby. You dishing tea with Big Meech. Hey.
Big Meech, what up, man?
Hey, what's up?
What's going on?
You got it. Talk to me. What's happening? What's on your mind?
Hey, I'm just listening to the show, man, and I think this is just coming from my perspective about the NBA shit, the bullshit. I mean, if I can say that.
Yes, hey, speaking, we don't have. This is internet. I'm not FCC regulated, so however it come out, it just come. Come on, baby.
Okay, well, you know, man, I think it's all bullshit. That it do fuck the girl. I think it is. A lot of people disagree with me. My thing is, people want to talk about, well, she was Mexican and black, and he was racist. She just not finding that shit out.
Right.
Just now, when she just now fucking released the goddamn tape.
Right.
She been through that shit. That's my whole thing. She been through that shit. You ain't fucking. That's just like if you fucking somebody and just say you fucking somebody and they don't like, okay, well, homosexuals, but they fucking you. So why is it that 2 years down the line they want to come out and say, well, he's gay? So goddamn it, you ain't know that the whole 2 years down the line when you was fucking him?
Right. Hello.
You know, that's my whole thing. So my thing is that she knew that shit. I think that the wife was suing her. She knew the wife was suing her because I asked my wife about the shit, and my wife said that, well, if y'all remember back to the shit with what's her name, the singing girl from American Idol.
Who, Jennifer Lopez?
Fucking, no, the black girl,
Fantasia.
Oh, Fantasia. Okay.
So Fantasia was fucking that nigga, and then the wife sued her. And my wife said in certain states that you can sue people for fucking your spouse. Which
and that was one of them. Tennessee is one of them.
Yeah, so and then she said California is another. So the wife was suing this girl. So my thing is, the girl don't have the money to fight them in court. The man is worth $1.9 billion. $1.9 billion. So she can't fight them in court because they would drain whatever he gave her. They would suck the life out that ball, man.
Oh, now that is an interesting twist on this.
Very much.
I like where that went.
Well, I just thought that I'd throw that out there because now when you look at it, now all of a sudden, and then as soon as she came out with these tapes, all of a sudden now you hear, well, the wife is suing her. But even still, they can still crush her in court because people say, well, she got hundreds of hours worth of recordings, and he didn't say this, and he didn't say that. But I don't think, and then they said, well, at the same time, she got a lawyer. But I really don't think that she want to go to court with these people.
Hot damn. Now, you know what?
They can suck all that shit out. And I'm done with that, man.
Wow. Now, that is an eye-opener right there. Did you just...
That show, that's it right there.
Did you just lay that out? Now, that's hot. That's something to think about. Okay. This bitch. Okay, she tried to play hardball. I ain't got no coin, so let me sit up here and make something happen.
And she didn't told him he need to check his wife, and he can't do nothing with her. And this bitch nervous, so she's like, okay, you gonna either fix it or I'm embarrassed us all.
How about it? Ooh, is she walking around with like she a damn stormtrooper with this damn thing on her head? Did you see her?
Hey,
bro, you need to call the news with that one.
Hey, can I ask y'all this? Am I still on the line?
Yeah.
The man is worth $1.9 billion. Now, people say, well, he didn't brought her this goddamn condo. He done got a couple of cars. But when you equate $1.9 billion towards whatever I done fucking brought you, that don't mean shit.
No,
so
exactly.
I can really crush your ass if it comes down to it, and then we have to go to court because they say she got lawyers and she got all these other tapes. Now, if I was him, to be honest, now I'm a black man. I don't agree with everything that I don't agree with whatever the man said. But Big Meech,
yeah.
If I call your ass tonight, me and you loving, I call you, fucking with you, cussing you out. You ain't shit, motherfucker, blah, blah, blah. And then you respond back. And then I fucking record you. Okay,
right.
That may be tonight. But me and you been fucking around for 3 years. So I didn't fuck with you for goddamn 3 years, but all of a sudden, now your significant other, life partner, whatever, wants to sue me. So now I want to throw these motherfucking tapes out there. That's my whole thing. And my thing, if I was this man, he 80 years old. I just seen on the news today, they said the NBA banned the man for life. I wanted to say this on another show, but I didn't get an opportunity to talk. But if the man is smart, this is what I would do. If I had the money, I'd buy me a private group. I get Big Meech, whoever your listeners are, 3 or 4 of them. Y'all run my team. I just buy y'all, pay y'all off, run my team. And I'll pay y'all around. So fuck it. I can't run it, but I'd buy a motherfucking private group, and then I come out and say later on, right before I'm about to die, fuck y'all. Because I wouldn't sell it. I'm 80 years old, motherfucking. Maybe in 15 years I may be motherfucking dead. Fuck y'all.
Well, you know that's what's going to happen anyway. He ain't giving that team up. He's the sole owner of that team. He ain't giving that team up. Come on now. He going to do just enough for the public to be quieted.
I believe the man is racist, but this is my thing. I heard somebody else say this shit the other day. How many of us have ever worked for racists? We all have. It's a whole lot of white folks that do not like us. A bunch of them. I mean, you're going to work every day, but you ain't going to say because somebody say, well, hey, man, I think the boss racist. You just going to quit your fucking job?
Right.
No. So my thing is that they all knew it, and then now we're hearing these stories that it was in 2009, then the NAACP gave that motherfucker award 4 or 5 years ago. Then now I see this black bitch from the fucking NAACP on Roland Martin, which I like Roland Martin, which to me, the dude who was before her, what's his name, Ben Jealous or something, she was like an interim president. Sounds stupid as fuck. Now the man, she can't answer no fucking questions. They're asking her, did the man pay them off? Well, we already know that the man that paid them to get the first Lifetime Achievement Award. But my thing is, why is he even getting the fucking second one? Because you only get one.
So, well, I got another question. Why is it that this shit is getting as much attention and Trayvon Martin was quieted so fast?
Right.
It's okay to kill a nigga, but you can't say the word nigga.
Thank you.
Is it me?
Don't you make me.
Is it me? It's okay to, no, and then the other little boy that got killed. It's okay to kill us, but you can't call us what you killed.
Right.
Ain't that a bit? So the word means more than life.
Which is one of my points. We have given that word so much power to where it is life. The word itself has a life of its own. Nigga has a life of its own, child, and see, here's something I was telling one of my sons about that particular word just before we came on the air. 313-772. I'm coming to you as soon as I make this point.
I actually have to get out the conversation. I have kids with me now.
Okay. Oh Lord. Okay.
Okay. But I want you to know I'm really enjoying this conversation. I will talk with y'all later.
All right, baby. Keep your ears open. All right, I got you.
Yeah. Cheers.
Okay. Well, let me do this, because one of the things about the word nigger is that it has always been a masculine word. Okay? Now, if we look over history and look over how it's been used, yes, it was to degrade our people and this, that, and the other, blah, blah, yakety. However, it was always directed toward black men. Whenever the word nigger was used at a woman, it had a qualifier behind it. She was a nigger wench, a nigger bitch, a nigger something.
Damn.
But it was always a qualifying adjective after it. Okay? Unless they were talking about everybody in the collective. Then we just all a bunch of niggers. As we began to utilize the word, okay, we then made it to where it became to identify men. Because I know growing up it was bitches, niggas, and motherfuckers. Okay? Men were always, every time I heard a woman talking about, let me tell you about this motherfucker, or when she was cute when she was my nigga. You know, oh, this nigga here, this nigga here. Now that we're in this particular culture, the young folks, even girls nowadays, call themselves a nigger because it's hard. It represents that masculine energy. So, yeah, nigger what? Nigger what? It's to be in your face and all that. It's to sit there and say, my dude, what up? You know, dog, man, bruh. It's always been a masculine word or had masculine energy on it. So throughout the history of that word, it has always been there to either, it was supposedly to degrade black men, but we have twisted its definition to where we have included that to be a positive thing. Because, oh, my nigga, this is my motherfucking nigga right here. And when we say it in that kind of connotation, it gives it its upliftment. It gives it its positive in it because it's become an exclamation point. You the motherfucking shit. That it's supposed to have all of that connotation in it because it's the street cred. We done broke us out. You so fucking tough to where I got to break it down like this. You know what I'm saying? And so now, even in that word, we got those who are, in my parents' age bracket and older, still want to sit down there. Well, why would you sit there and do something with that word? Well, it's been meaning it has this, it has that. Okay, I understand on where it comes from. However, we have to look at the times, and yet we are still in this particular era to where the word has multiple meanings because, see, we as black folks, we could say my nigga this, but when we get pissed and ready to whoop somebody's ass, we know how to say that word to where it has that little edge on it. We know how to say bitch. You look at a woman and call her a bitch. Hell, even with gay folks, we call each other bitches all the time. Hey, okay, bitch, yeah, bitch this. We could do that all the time. However, when we pissed and all bets are off, we know how to say that motherfucking word to where it gets right to that damn skin, right on that last nerve. Tap dance on that nerve, bitch. With your little head cocked and shit. We know how to do that. And we have allowed that word nigger to become so that way to where, like I said, it's life itself. And to tie all this back into Don, he didn't use those words, and I'm glad he didn't because he just kept saying black folks. I don't want you around black folks, or advertising it publicly. Do it privately. Just do it. You can do what you want to do with them. Just don't bring them to my games and carry on. Now, I thought in that particular conversation that was a setup because I'm thinking, some of the pictures that she's been taking, I would love to see what her Instagram is. The pictures she's been taking, who she's been taking the pictures with? Because, yeah, she took a picture with Magic Johnson, but that's the name, that's the successful name. But who was the other motherfucker she was taking pictures with? Were these folks she was fucking? And it's that, because that has a resonance to it to me. Because now you sitting up there taking pictures and shit, flashing that you done got this money, that money, and carrying on, and you around in the hood. That kind of, I'm wondering. I'm wondering. So those are my thoughts on that. Yeah, baby. 313-772. Yeah, go ahead.
because since you said that, when they played them tapes and I listened to them, he said, I don't want you bringing them to my games. I don't care who you screw. I don't care who you fuck. Just don't bring them to my games.
Right.
Now, to me, that's not saying don't bring Magic Johnson to my games or don't bring this nigga to my game. I think anybody will be like, to me, I took it as if you fucking them, I don't want them at my games.
Exactly.
Now, them can mean any fucking body. White, black, whatever. If you fucking them up, that's just like if you're in a relationship with somebody, you like, and then if you don't care, if your partner fucking somebody, you like, I don't care who you fucking, but just don't bring them motherfuckers around. Don't throw that shit up in my motherfucking face. I don't want to see it.
Because I don't want to say exactly. Because for some strange reason, that's where I think he was going with that. I get that feel off of that in that particular conversation. That's what
exactly.
I get off of that. But see, again, because the conversation for me is multi-layered, see, everybody's only going to the racial act of what he said and carried on. I think, being 80 years old, he can't articulate himself, in that romance department and this, that, and the other. I think his feelings was hurt because, bitch, I'm sitting up here giving you this little money and shit, and you sitting up here making it public that you fucking somebody else or this, that, and the other. Yeah, I'm fucking you on, from my wife and shit, but hell, now you sitting up there giving this away to everybody else, and then you making it a spectacle. That's how I took it.
Fool.
Yeah. And then, the extraness of it, in this and this and this and this and this, that's where it got colorful for me because I'm like, okay, wait a minute. And that's where his true colors came out. So whether or not he's racist, child, that's besides the point for me because he's, hell, I would have said yeah from day one.
So
I'd have said yeah from day one.
Let me ask you this. Now, I'm not, and some people may disagree with me about this. Now, I done told people this in public. I'm a black man. Some people may say, well, I don't feel like, people say, well, the man should be banned. They should just throw him off the fucking league. But my stance on this is, first of all, people won't say, well, she was black and Mexican. Yeah, she was. But she's been fucking with that man for God knows how long. So my thing is, if she got hundreds of recordings on this man, like she say she do, why would she stay with him after hundreds of fucking recordings if you supposedly black and Mexican? And if the shit supposedly offended you, why would you just now come out? My thing would be, that's just like, okay, Big Meech, I'm fucking with you, right? You do something to make me upset. Fuck me up. Well, you say you fuck with another motherfucker, I don't know, and I'm upset about it. If I choose to keep fucking with you, that's one thing.
Right.
But if I say, you know what, fuck him, fuck Big Meech. This nigga done this shit. I'm tired of this shit. He done this shit for 2 motherfucking long. Fuck him. And then I fucking move on. If I don't move on, anything after that, now you could have been and told me, I like this nigga over here. He do this to me. He do that to me. Okay, I done heard all that shit from you. I know what the fuck you like. But yet you keep throwing that shit up in my fucking face. But I'm still here with you. But you keep saying what this nigga do and then what I fucking don't do. So if this white man that threw up in her face, I can't stand niggas, I hate these motherfuckers, but yet you still there, then obviously there's a reason why you fucking still there. Exactly.
And see, if money is the motivation, then she just became the gold digger everybody said she was. And it just proved what her status was. Which means you was a jump off from the beginning, girl. And and there you have it.
The wife knew it.
And it's, of course she did.
The wife knew she was a fucking jump off.
That's why she's still the wife. That's why she's still the fucking wife. She got all the damn legal paperwork. When this motherfucker kill over her, everything come to her. She ain't going no goddamn where. She ain't going nowhere. You go ahead on. You want a little piece of pussy on the side? Fine, go get it. I don't give a fuck.
People
because
say,
when this is all said and done,
her, that's just a fucking technicality. The wife got big money. She don't give a fuck about that shit.
Yeah. And Lord have mercy. 313-772. I'm gonna bring you in on this. Come on, baby. You on the air? Hey, baby.
Hello.
772.
Oh shit.
Yes,
hey.
you, honey. Oh shit. Yes, you.
Oh my God, you can hear me. Oh Jesus.
Yes.
Oops. Oh shucks, Nagora. Well, hey there, Blog Talkers. How you doing? This is Mark from the D. Yeah. All right now. Ooh, girl, sorry. I was sitting here talking to my darling. Oopsie-doo. All righty.
Okay.
So, after listening to all this sophisticated, fancy conversation you guys had, I feel like we're guilty for getting gutter. But here we go. As far as your intro song, Dear Darling, Eating ain't cheating. Man, when I heard that, I'm like, okay, there's got to be a story to this because this is live goblins and fairy tales. No, she ain't playing a song like that. However, of course, you came with your lovely disclaimer. So here's what I've been thinking about that. You know, we live in a world where people, love to go with the illusion, the delusion and all that. Since we like a little self-trickery. So, and when it comes down to oral sex versus jumping in bed and pounding two bodies, I know for a little old friendly person like me, there is, from what I've seen, normally, it is not like there's too much eye contact in oral sex. So you're able to more or less dismiss it as just a free release. Whereas body contact, eye contact, love making, I would say, personally, that's something different. Even though, yes, it's all sex. It's fairy tales, not that we can, like you say, it starts off oral sex. Yet and still, you can dismiss one a little bit more than you can the other. And I do believe it was you that one time said to me that when you go inside someone's body like that, and no, I don't consider the mouth stuff like that, there's a spiritual exchange.
And I'm going to let you finish your point. Go ahead, baby. Go ahead.
Or better yet, like that, the Life of a Little Comedian said, it's not what goes in your mouth that makes it dirty. It's what comes out of. Well, I probably fucked up the joke, but the thing of it is, wash them before you throw your mouth down there. So it's very dismissive from what I've examined throughout my life. That's a very dismissible act. Thus, eating ain't cheap. Even though we know full well, if you've been married for a couple of years or however, or you with someone that you believe you're committed to and find out they perform oral sex on anyone other than you, there's most likely going to be a problem, to say the very least.
Mm-hmm.
But I, for one, can understand why eating ain't cheating, even though I'm not a practitioner of it.
But here's the ticket. Here's the ticket. Let me interrupt, because this here is a fascinating conversation for me, because what you just said was it's easy to dismiss one over the other. Somebody got their radio on. Yeah, turn it down.
How's that sound?
Someone has the radio on. We're echoing.
Don't know if that's me.
It's not me.
Hold on, let's see. Does that help at all?
Okay, that's better.
Hello?
Yeah, that's better.
Apples. Okay.
Okay, but here's the ticket. To say that you could dismiss one over the other doesn't mean that one is that it's not real.
Right.
See, the whole idea of it was, and you know who Miss Jenkins is. Okay, Miss Julia Jenkins. Okay.
I didn't catch that when you said that. Ooh, you naughty girl.
Okay. That heifer was the one that did that. Talking about it wasn't real sex. We just did this. It wasn't real. Bitch, what the hell you mean it wasn't real?
Well,
you did him until this child got a nut. What you mean it's not real sex? Oh, it wasn't real sex. Oh, that's all we did, but it wasn't real. But what?
we're talking about
Big
someone who came up with
Big
the
Me said
idea
till the motherfucker got a
and
nut.
Hello?
So I guess once the nut come into play, it's all over. Huh?
You know what? I don't know, because that's my whole thing with this. When it comes down to it, this in itself, I mean, get it. I understand if it was not the type of sex that you wanted to have.
Okay.
And see, I'm choosing these words very carefully, because a lot of times it may not have been what you wanted. I wanted to get fucked. I didn't want to just suck his dick. I wanted to get fucked. Okay? And instead of just saying that, you can't tell me this wasn't real, because, bitch, you got into it just as well, thinking that if I get into this, he's going to then do X, Y, and Z.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah,
okay, yeah. I got cut off there. Now, mind you, speaking of the old Jenkins, you know we're talking about someone who honestly, at least at one point, believed, dear God, that a hoe is somebody that has sex with everybody. And, you know, my dispute at that time is, what a ridiculous thing to say. Who has time to have sex with every goddamn body? What a technical piece of bullshit you're being right now.
And that there is what I think that's the word I'm looking for, because that's why I'm using my words carefully and saying it may not have been the type of sex that you wanted to have, but to say that oral sex is not real sex, and it says it's called oral sex. Oral sex. Okay, he didn't penetrate you vaginally. He did not penetrate you anally. He penetrated your mouth. What?
Mr. C, perfect goddamn fucking example.
Okay.
Mr. C, perfect goddamn example, because Mr. C was like, I ain't gay, I don't fuck with no guy, but he likes to
yeah,
get his dick
he's sitting up there getting the tranny girls out there in New York to suck his dick. Yeah.
Exactly.
You know, isn't there a female online with us?
No, not anymore.
Oh, I would have loved to ask a vagina-carrying member this particular question. However, I'll say it anyway. A friend of mine once asked me this, and I really had to think about it. He was like, what do you think would be more traumatic to a wife? Coming home, catching her husband in bed with another woman, or coming home and seeing her husband being pounded from the rear by some dude? And
the second one, by a dude, being pounded by a dude, she'd be fucked up.
Yeah, apparently. I did not necessarily want to accept that, but he told me, like, no, stop and think about that. As a wife, I mean, it's one thing to come home and catch your dude with another chick, because I'm thinking along the lines of cheating is cheating. But to come home and catch this dude getting drilled up his tuchus.
Well, see, here's the thing.
Hey, listen, I've been married 17 years. Now, I like this show because I like Big Meat. I like what he talk about. But
thank you.
Had I done something like that, or something came on, or my wife came home and found me fuck. You ever seen that movie called Cover?
Yes.
Yeah. And then the cat Leon. Now I like Leon. He's a good ass actor. The wife comes in, she catches the nigga Leon, they're in the shower, and the husband is fucking Leon. Leon looks over at the wife like, bitch, what? That's just how he looks at her, like, bitch, what? Well, bitch, fuck you. But the husband still kind of stroking until he realized that the wife is looking at him. And then he gets out, the wife throws all this bullshit, breaks a couple of dishes or whatever. But the whole thing is that I think that, you know, the wife will be fucked up. And just like I tell people, the difference between big girls and skinny girls. And I told the dude that worked this other day, he didn't want to admit it. He told me, yeah, I fucked this big girl on the side. I told him, big girls have to fuck, to me, they have to fuck niggas harder than skinnier bras. Because if you ever look at big girls when they're out, they're looking more sexy, they got cleavage out, they really trying to look good. Because they know that they got to fucking goddamn compete. And I say that's the same thing with the men who trying to get men. You know, they got to fucking compete with these bitches out here, language. So it's like, you got to go harder. Now,
okay. Well, here's my thing with that. what I'm talking about is the dynamics, in comparing one action to the other. Because I know I personally have met a gentleman or two and got a little intimate to discover that his dick is only for pussy. I'm like, whoa, wait, what happened? No, I don't mind pounding you, but, I'm thinking there should be an exchange. But for this particular male and men that I've met like that, to them, using their dick for another man is what's going to make them gay. Or like those pretend straight boys or those strict tops. I ain't going to get fucked because I ain't no bitch. And it's like, wow. The trickery,
there we go.
The mind fuckery we go through with this kind of stuff.
There we go, because then you just hit where I was going. See, the whole idea of all of that, add, to your question of which would be worse for a wife to experience, because in this culture, we are still heavily driven by what the masculine and feminine roles are. If a woman was to ever walk in and find somebody that she called her man being on the bottom in anybody's relationship, everything she believed about him is destroyed. Everything about the relationship becomes destroyed, because in her mind, what you just said, he is just a bitch.
Well, what is
and
she talking
everything about him becomes that way, and that there is what we have subscribed to, because that there is a societal thing based on what we believe and have accepted to be the definition of being a man, which is why a lot of people in LGBT culture, that's why we sit up there and wrestle with the whole idea of top and bottom, because you want to sit there and tell me how much of a man you are, but yet, nigga, you still want to sit down here and get your dick in somebody's ass and think that that's supposed to mean because you are a top man. Well, I know several femme girls, honey, who will sit up there and throw their head back and dick you down and then get up and blot their face, honey, and put some lipstick back on and be like, okay, thank you.
Well, what if a woman came in, like I say, the man is on the bottom, but what if she came in and caught her man fucking the dog shit out of somebody, another man?
No,
I think it would go the same way. I mean, well, do you think that a woman could forgive her husband?
Question, sir?
Well, no, I'm asking you. Do you think that a woman can forgive her husband for fucking the dog shit out of a guy rather than him getting fucked?
Believe it or not, to my shock and amazement, yes. I have actually personally surveyed this bullshit. And if a woman was to walk home based on the broads that I've met in life, that nigga better be topping it with the words that said to me. He better the fuck not be on the bottom. I'm like, what the hell is that supposed to mean?
Because it shows, it keeps him in that whole role of he's still a man. He ain't because in society believes that being gay, societal's definition of gay is that you at some point in time are denouncing that you are a man because you want to be a woman. And I know back when I was younger, 20 some odd years ago, it's changed a little bit, but the premise is still there. When I was in my heyday, this is back in my pastel color days.
Oh man, don't sound like you that fucking old, man. You talking about in your heyday?
No, darling, I'm 44, but you have to understand in gay culture, 44 means I'm 72. Okay, but in
pastel color wearing days. Go ahead, honey.
Because see, and is my sister on the line? I think she's trying to get up in here. Back in that day when I was a very, very in your face kind of queen, honey. I had long nails and I was wearing pink and purple and powder blue at the same time, and carrying on and carrying my purse and shit. See, I went back in those days. To say the word gay, everybody thought that I wanted to have a sex change. And I was at work one time, and this girl, she came up to me, and she was so sweet and innocent, and she asked me, she was like, okay, so when you getting ready for your change? I said, what change? She said, you're gay, right? I said, yeah. She said, okay, so when you going to have your sex change? I said, my sex change for what? Well, don't you want to be a woman? I said, I'm gay. I'm not trans, girl. What? I said, child, my equipment works very well. I like my dick. I like using it. Why do I want to get rid of it?
You know what? That that was the silly, simple shit that I was told with. I had some women say that silly shit to my face. Like once they found out that I'm into other men, they would say shit to me like, "Does that mean you're gonna start wearing your shirt all tied up in booty shorts?"
Because again,
can I ask y'all 2 questions?
Go ahead.
First of all, like I said, I'm not gay, but I do like this show because it opens up a whole lot to me as being a black man. Because y'all black men and y'all open up a whole lot. I've been married 17 years. Now, my wife asked me this shit about, 7 months ago. She come home. She said she out with her girlfriend. Now, maybe y'all can answer this shit here for me. Because she said that she thought it sounded gay, and I did too. But now, since I got y'all here on the line, maybe I can ask y'all. She said she out with her girlfriend. One of the friends say to her, she got this man. But the man liked to get his dick sucked. But he liked to be in a doggy style position and get his dick sucked from the back. So my wife was like, that shit up. So she came home to me and asked me how did I feel about it. I said, well, I ain't never asked you to do that shit because if I'm going to get my dick sucked, either I'm laying on my stomach or I'm standing up and then you down on your fucking knees. I ain't never thought about asking, well, let me get in doggy style and then you grab my shit while it's hard and suck it from the back. So my wife said, that shit sounds gay. And she said, if you ever, listen. So my wife said, if you ever came home and asked me to do that to you, we're getting a fucking divorce.
Interesting.
And my thing was, I never thought about that. I mean, that just never crossed my mind. But let me get on my knees and you suck it from the back, doggy style. But then this other cat at the job told me the other day that his sister-in-law got this boyfriend, and every time she suck his dick, well, she be licking his asshole, and the nigga be like, eat that pussy. And then the nigga told me, he said, man, that shit sounds gay as a motherfucker. And I told her, that nigga gay. And I said, something don't sound right with that. So them are two things for you. If a nigga get his asshole licked and say, eat that pussy by a female, or if he get his dick sucked from the back, if he want to get on his fucking knees, there's something wrong with him. I'm just asking.
Okay.
Amy?
Yeah.
Dear darling, if you don't mind, I would like to start in on this.
Okay, yeah.
Sorry for asking you all that, but I just want to throw that shit out there.
First of all,
wait a minute. Let me say this: 989-306. I'm coming to you when he make this point. Let him make his point. No, actually, I'm gonna open you up so you can be in on it because I'm think you got something to say too. So your mic is hot. Go ahead, 772. Make your point, and I'm gonna come in a minute. And then I got to read some things that's over here in the tea room because Dummy Tree done put some stuff up in here that's kind of cute. So go ahead.
Okay, sir, first of all, I did not catch that you said that, and I want to personally thank you for being a heterosexual male that is mature and man enough to listen to this type of program. So kudos to you for that. Secondly, if I was talking to another gay person, to be honest, I would say, okay, yeah, that sound kind of suspect. However, I was educated on this topic and understanding that I would be joking because it's sort of like, the black-on-black thing. With two gay folks, two fags, whatever, we can kid about that. But seriously speaking, as it was explained to me so beautifully, sex is designed to be pleasurable. So to be restrictive in the bedroom, based on what your desire is, to me, seems to be a little bit in a lackluster department. Now, if you're simply not interested in doing it, by all means, don't do anything you're not comfortable with. But if it's a new area of pleasure between husband and wife or two consenting adults, by all means, explore your pleasure center. So I can't necessarily call that gay because sex. I mean, when you think about some of the positions you take in heterosexual sex, especially the desire that I've met from many men to screw a woman up in the ass, and to me, that's letting good pussy go to waste. But there's some females that co-sign it, and there's some dudes that co-sign the hell out of it. And yes, I'm discovering a trend of men that like to get licked up the ass. And as of 3 years ago, I was around a bunch of men that was promoting nothing but getting the dick sucked from the back to brag on how freaky they are.
Okay, so you going where I was going. So you've been around me too long, child. Go ahead.
There you go. Go ahead, too.
Okay. See, you done been around me too long, okay?
Well, amen.
Hey,
but let me say this.
Throw that out there to y'all. Because, I mean, I don't know.
Okay. I'm going to say this. My whole thing is the way how it sounds. Now, see, because the one I just gave the birthday shout out to earlier today, that's my NFL baby. He and we done made this a running joke because he would sit down there and, that just sounds so gay. That's just so gay. That's so gay. That is so gay. But here's the thing. Now, technically, coming from a hetero-attractional point of view, because that's something that you're not used to, it will sound gay. Because
I told you, my wife came to me with the question. So
right,
I know. I've never had that done.
I know, exactly. Coming from a hetero-attractional point of view, it would sound that way because, number one, the positions are awkward. Number two, how we know for sex to be without the crazy experimentation that you've seen in a porn movie or whatever, that there would bring to question someone who is not, that's out of the norm for them. As Mark was saying, the idea of experimentation has always got to be open between two people. Okay? So now, if it's not open, it's not going to work. Now, she done already told you bring some shit like that to her, it's over. Okay? Because she ain't
well,
okay?
Hold on. Well, let me tell you this before you finish. I got to give you this little bit of this little nugget of information. My wife, now, I don't have no problem with this because a girl turned me on to this a long time ago, and I brought it to my wife. Now, I was married. My wife is out of town right now, so I can say this. I had a girl a long time ago, and she said, I'm about to blow your fucking mind. I bet you I can make you scream. And I said, what the fuck are you talking about? Because I fucked the dog shit out of her. I'm like, no, ain't shit you can do to me because I'll fuck the shit out of you. She said,
right.
So I turned over. Now, this is like 94, 95. And she looked my asshole. And to be honest, when I can make you scream, she had me motherfucking squirming. Because I had never had that shit done.
Exactly.
So after that shit happened to me, I started doing it to this girl. But I was still married at this time. Like I said, my wife at the time, she can't hear me. So I was married at this time. So I just figured I'd return the favor because it felt so good to me. I felt like she was giving me a hint to do it to her. Which she did like it. And I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. So now I kind of make that into like a regular practice into my marriage between me and my wife. And my wife loves it. Matter of fact, hold on. I know he said, ooh. Matter of fact, my wife, I can ask her, what hole do you want me to look first? You already know what the fuck hole she say first.
Of course.
She like look the asshole first. But my wife never, like I said, I had that girl do that shit to me, but my wife would never do that shit to me. I mean, she's never, now she'll suck my balls, suck my dick, but she'd never go down there, but I can look her ass, and then she'd be squirming. I look her ass, then I go to the pussy, lick her asshole, go back and forth.
Yeah, make it a good time.
Okay. If I may double dutch in right quick, I'm trying to keep this real short and cute. I read a book once upon a time in my teens about a sex, and a woman had wrote this book, and it is she's a heterosexual woman. Now get all this. She has experimented, which does prove that she was heterosexual because she discovered she don't like females like that. However, after her venture into the world of homosexuality, she has discovered one thing that she noted in her book as of great importance. She believed that every male, especially if he is straight, needs to be penetrated at least one time in life, thus enabling him to understand what the hell he's doing to folks, thus making him a better lover. Now, I'm not saying that everybody should try, but I say that because There are times I'm sitting around heterosexual men and they downplaying gay sex as though they had bad experiences. Nigga, if you don't know what it is, you don't need to be hollering about it that negatively.
Well, my wife
does
try to do that. She does try to stick her finger up. Now, like I said, she won't. I can lick my wife's asshole. She won't do that to me. But I find more and more, whenever me and her having sex, once I get it worked up, she always trying to stick her finger up in my ass. All the time.
Well, the book wasn't talking about that type of penetration, but that is one form. No, she would talk about put a dick in your ass. Now, I don't know how I feel about that.
But see, a lot of this.
Like, so you can get the idea of what that feels like when you do that to somebody. Now, of course, me being gay, I'm down for that. However,
but not necessarily. Wait, hold up, because see that we're not gonna put that all in the gay category, because we know there are several gay children, honey, who don't like being penetrated.
I understand that. No,
understanding that.
Nasty. I'm just talking about. I would be hands up for a bunch of straight men, wanting to have that first experience like that. Okay, line these motherfuckers up. Your turn.
Right. Ah, yes. Okay. Wait a minute. Hold on. 989, your mic is hot, baby. You could jump on in here whenever you're ready.
I'm just listening to the conversation.
Lord. Okay.
This is well out of my
category. Can you give me some feedback on what I said, man?
No. Hold on. I'm sitting up here. I got something, but I wanted to make sure I get these comments up in here that's in the tea room, and let me do that before I come back in. Dummytree, he says, and I told you he's over in Germany. Hey, baby. He said people don't say the N-word here. They use the word black in English as if it made it lighter than in their own language when they talk about black people. Ain't that? Well, really? I would love to be there for that. Because if you speak it in Germany, in German or whatever your language is, French and carrying on, all of a sudden you break out with this English word to say, oh, voulez-vous coucher avec moi, black, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Child, you might as well just go to call him a nigga.
Oh, yeah.
Child, stop playing. If y'all don't quit playing with my nerve, Jesus is on the main line. Okay. Road says that the girl, she could have released the tapes to get back at the wife for suing her. Ooh, now that's good. Okay, just to get back at her. Okay. Okay. You want me to say that again? Say what again? The voulez-vous coucher avec moi, black. Okay, that's what I said. Silly. Okay, I just wanted to make sure I got those comments. I wanted to make sure that these. Oh no. What is this? Let's see. There are audiences making monkey sounds to black players during soccer games here in Europe. It happened again not long ago. They love them and forget about color when they win. Wait a minute. Hold on. I just missed it. When they win a game or something, but racism is still here big time. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. So, okay. Now let me. I'm going to go here and continue with this particular line of understanding this. Now, for me, listening to those two particular instances that your wife came to you with says to me that those particular men.
Do you remember exactly what instances I told you about?
Yeah, the getting the dick sucked, on the knees from the back, yeah,
and she licked me, and she liked me licking her asshole, but
won't return the favor.
Because I think she feels like that shit is like, I don't know how she feels.
It's probably not ladylike for her.
Ass, I don't see no problem, but see, if you come into bed, with mysteries and monsters in between your cheeks, I can understand why. But
mysteries and monsters,
damn it. Like that, but
Wait a
Go
minute.
ahead, Big
This
Meech.
said mysteries and monsters in between your cheeks. Now, see, this is a deja vu moment because I dreamt this last night that you said.
Oh shit, man!
Oh
now,
shit!
Don't
okay,
make
I
me
just
out to be
dreamt
like
this.
that kind of character, man.
Okay.
No, sir. No, sir. I was just saying. I said nothing personal
Here's
against
the
you.
thing. Listening to those, the idea of the guy, preferring to have his wife, orally copulate him on his knees and from the back that way. Listening to how the guy likes to get his ass ate, and he said, "Come eat this pussy" to his wife, says to me one of two things: either both of them have been in prison, and they are now learning how to relate again to women, or they have been around, in situations to where they've become comfortable with expressing themselves in that particular light. That's not necessarily gay, but to the outside world and to hetero-attractional people, yeah, that's going to mean gay to them, okay? Because they're not willing to experiment in that particular way because they have very, very strict roles and how they are defined sexually. One of the things that we as men have never been taught, and that is how to explore our bodies. Women got courses every goddamn way. You wrap yourself up in cellophane. You play with your pussy this way. You sit up there and get your Kegel muscles done that way. Women have classes. Hell, Real Sex, they got classes. When Real Sex used to come on, all the damn classes was wrapped around a woman learning how to explore her damn vajayjay. There is nothing out there for men to do the same thing outside of experimentation. All the man knows, he got a dick, is supposed to go in the hole, and is supposed to you do this. Otherwise than that, a man knows nothing about his body. Now it is apropos for a man to have his woman, if you're heterosexual, to suck his titties, lick on his nipples and shit, because it's an erogenous zone. But even some men are too self-conscious about that, because I ain't no bitch. These are no, you don't fuck that. I suck your titties. You the bitch. And it becomes that kind of mentality.
Let me ask you this. What is this? I don't know. Where does this shit come from? Because my wife does, just like you said, as far as the nipples getting sucked. My wife does shit to me, and sometimes I feel like she kind of like trying to reverse the roles because maybe she wants me to feel as good as she may feel when I'm doing shit to her. Like, she'll suck my nipples, she'll suck my dick. Now, she'll suck my balls. And I love getting my balls sucked, but as I get older, I find that they get more sensitive, so sometimes I kind of have to hold it back.
Yeah, I know. I'm the same way. I'm the exact same way because somebody...
So, yeah. So my thing is okay, hold on for a second. But she does certain shit. But when it comes to me, now, like I said, it was this girl that I knew who turned me out like that, was like licking the asshole. Just fucked me up. And I did that to her, and ever since then, I've been doing it.
Because wait a minute, press pause for just a second. Press pause.
Yeah.
Those of you who are listening by computer, I'm down to my last 60 seconds, honey. So we're going to stop streaming. So whatever you miss, you'll be able to catch in the archives, okay? I'm going to thank you all now, but you see we done got hot. So, okay, I got to keep going. Go ahead, baby. Keep going. Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I said go ahead.
So my thing was, when the girl done that to me, and to be honest, well, but like I said, my wife all the time. It was this girl that we both knew, and she did that to me, and she was like, "I can make you scream, blah blah." So ever since she done that to me, it felt so good for me that I didn't know at first how to incorporate it because my wife knew this girl, so she didn't know that me and the girl had sex. But I was thinking, how can I incorporate this into me and my wife fucking? So eventually I incorporated the shit in. Now, my wife likes it so much now that, like I told y'all earlier, I can ask her, which hole do you want me to lick first? She'll say asshole. Now, I don't know how that feels to her or why she want me to lick that motherfucker first, but that can be it. She always said asshole. So I'm like, okay, cool. But she'll lick my balls, she'll suck my dick. Now, she'll take her finger and try to stick it up in my ass. And I think she stops because it's hard for her to get it up in there, so she kind of she'd fuck with it. Then I tell her, motherfucking fingernail scratching me or whatever. So then she kind of stopped. But my thing is, why don't she return it? I don't understand why. If I lick your ass and that shit felt good to you, why wouldn't you do it to me and think that now you know I try to stick your fucking finger up there? How come you just wouldn't lick my ass then?
Well, have you told her that? Have y'all sat down and discussed that?
No, I never told her that. No,
and
I never
that's
told her
why.
That.
See, one of the things about communication. Well, here's the thing, because now she's trying to she done saw that somewhere or heard about it somewhere, and then to let it truth be known, see, right there at that ass, see, the prostate is right there at the ass. You ain't got to go far up in there. All you got to do is just go right there past where it pucker. That's the man's G-spot, if you will. And once you hit that, especially when you're about to get that nut, and she pop it in there right, baby, you will sit up there and come a river. However, that there part of the process has to be communication. And just like you said, okay, when she sit out there, you know she's trying to do it. Okay, fine. Either you done got tensed up or whatever, or she had cut her nails or whatever. She got to scratch it. You had to tell her, okay, baby, no, scratch it or whatever, and then she leave it alone. But somewhere in there, you were willing to let her do that, and that was non-verbally because she took it upon herself to be a little bit aggressive to see how to make you feel good. And just like you said, she's trying to do stuff, and you don't know why she's doing it. Yes, you do. She wants you to feel just as good, if not better than what you do to her. Now what you got to do is come to the table to discuss how y'all going to do this, especially if you're trying to experiment with some new shit.
Yeah.
Well, you got to come down to it because, see, it's not going to work until y'all got a meeting of the minds. See, sex happens in the brain cells first. It's hot because, damn, you done make me feel, and it made my eyes go, and my head done went into the clouds. And that's where I can hear the birds singing and the angels weeping and the mountains crumbling and shit. And, Trip the Light's fantastic because, fuck me up here in my head. And see, every time I go there, see, I could jack to that thought because why? You done got into my head space.
Because I asked her one day, I said, why you always trying to stick your finger up in my ass? And then she was like, and then I felt bad because she was like, well, I won't never do that again. And I just thought that I was trying to make you feel good. And so I felt bad for asking her, why was she trying to do that? And I said, well, I won't ask. And then she said, what, you don't want me to do that? And I said, no, I ain't got no problem with it. I said, if that's how you feel, then go ahead and do it. Because I didn't want her to feel like, now I don't know what the fuck she thought, but I said, I didn't really care for her, but then she kind of went off about it.
She didn't want to disrespect you as a man. That's what that is. As I'm listening to that, it probably sounded to her that she was disrespecting your masculinity and your manhood. Okay, that's why you got to sit down and talk about these things, and then it's no harm in getting a porno tape or something, and shit. That's where the experimentation comes from. Shit, that's what they're there for. Outside of some of this shit is backwards as hell and carrying on. I don't believe some of them folks contorted to do some of the shit that they do, but it is a tool there to help you to express yourself sexually because a lot of folks are embarrassed to talk about it. Or because it could get nasty or freaky deaky or whatever, they don't want to talk about it, and they figure if I just slide up into it or whatever because we fucking, then it will happen. No, sweetie, we got to be on the same page. We got to be on that same page.
You know what, gentlemen? This is where forgive me if it gets weird for the audience, but I myself have had a little history with women, as I come to find out a lot of. And the one thing that I found interesting about my encounters with women is, like especially at that young of an age, like in my late teens, early 20s, I was introduced to something called softcore porn. And that left me under the impression that women like to have that done. Well, it turns out that the sisters I got with view that as kind of corny and gay because it involves a lot more touching and heavy petting and more foreplay, if you will. And I was under the impression that a woman, would lose her mind with all that, but that's not necessarily true. Thus, the whole thing of, discussing what's pleasurable to each other. Because I really had it in my head
that women would like, a more gentler approach. But I have met quite a few women. I think all women are like that.
Yes,
so I've met quite a few women that was like, we can skip all the bullshit, just bang out the pussy.
Right.
I'm like, really?
And a lot of times. A lot of times, see, that's where you have to understand who you're with, because see, again, we have allowed society to define these roles, and we are just assuming because women are supposed to be the softer, whatever, that their approach is going to be that way, and that's always got to be the approach. And honey, no, if we look at culture, honey, what turns a man on is what turns a man on about a woman is the same shit that keeps her from keeping one, and that's the fact that if she becomes too much like him, especially if he's heteroattractional, he don't want to be bothered. Now it's cool because it's hot. If she could wear a tux and rock a tux.
Well, let me ask you this. It's been sometimes, like I said, my wife would try to do that to me, like stick a finger up my asshole. And she's not doing it like to try to see if I'm gay or whatever, but she's just making love to me. So she'd be down touching my balls or whatever. But my whole thing is that, I'm gonna say this, but it's tight. Because the shit kind of hurt, but then her motherfucking fingernails like jabbing me, so I'm like, whatever. So then sometimes I wonder, this is just me, being her husband, like I said, we've been married 17 years. So sometimes I think because she's trying to do that, maybe that will satisfy her. And I think, Big Meech, you said it, maybe she wants me to feel like, she wants me to feel the way that she wants me to feel. So sometimes I wonder, because we didn't have like lube and shit like matter of fact, I got lube in the closet, anal lube. Then we got another lube for like if the motherfucking pussy get dry, so you can stick it on there. So sometimes I feel like telling her, but I don't. Well, maybe you should just try to, instead of jamming that motherfucker up in there, because I'm her husband and scraping me with her fingernail, and then she can't get it up in there. Then she think when I say that stop, that I don't. First thing she's like one time she was like, well, you don't like it. And it's like, no, it's not that I don't like it, but it's
let me ask you this.
The fingernails and all that shit.
That's the importance of that communication.
Yeah,
let me ask you
it's kind of hurtful. So my thing is that should I tell her sometimes to just kind of lube it up? I mean, like I said, I never had that done. I don't know what the fuck to tell her.
Yes. I cannot say that, but yes. Damn it, yes. Yes. How the hell now? See, I'm going to put this in your lap, because now you know what the fuck it feels like when you trying to get your dick in her pussy. She said, "Wait a minute, baby, slow down." But it done got good to you, and it's supposed to be wet. The pussy's supposed to be something, and you still want to go in, and then she got to say, "Stop! Wait a minute, hold up."
Yeah, because that does happen from time to time.
Yes. Now you know what the fuck that feels like. So now you got to sit down there and say, wait a minute, baby, hold up. And then she's sitting up there trying to make you feel good. Now you're not pissed off. Oh, well, now you don't like it. Oh, fuck it. Never mind, I ain't going to do it no more. And you're like, no, baby, it's not that. No, never mind, fuck it. And then you done lost the mood. No. Yes, Todd, an ass is not going to. You took a shit before, damn it, when you've been constipated. You know what the hell that feels like. You got to lube the shit up. It ain't no different than trying to go in and come out. You got to lube it up. And she can't just go up in there like that. She got to take her time, because, hell, an ass ain't a pussy.
Yeah,
it was stretched,
because
but not
she always asks me, she always be like, what, you don't like it? And then I don't know what. Like I said,
you got to talk, and then I'm going to tell you something. It's
kind of scared to be like, no, I don't like it, but
I'm going to tell you something, and it may feel strange, but the next time you get in the damn shower, do it to yourself, so that you could start learning how it's supposed to be done. Because if you could do it to yourself, then you could be able to guide her up in there. See, this is what I was saying before. A man has never been told how to satisfy himself other than jacking his dick. A man's body, we have never been taught that. We have never been taught that. And so when you find men who are astute with their bodies and understanding their sexual identity, and it's not about being gay or straight, it's about understanding what turns me on. I know folks who get hot for me licking the back of their goddamn knees, and I can sit down there all day and say, they'll bust a nut on me, honey, and it's good to go. Okay, but you will not understand that or know that until you explore your own body first. So I'm going to give you that challenge. The next time you get your ass in the shower, you sit down there and play with your own damn hoe. Shit, that's how she learned how to tell you how to suck her damn pussy. She played with her own clit. Oh, yeah, right there. That's what you got to do. And once you learn that, Mr. Heterosexual Man, you would then have a much better time with your wife because, see, then you can surrender to what she's trying to do. And that's the other thing. A lot of men don't know how to surrender and let the mood take over. See, that hot animalistic sex that we all know is because we both surrender to it.
Yeah.
We both surrender to it and let it
Why you
take
call me
over
Mr.
and not try to be
Heterosexual Man?
calculating.
Because I said I'm married for years.
No.
Like
I'm stressing that as a point. I'm stressing that as a point. No, as a point, honey. Because it's easy for gay men to say shit like that, and we can accept it easily, because of the fact that we are already dealing with another man. And see, it's easy for us to say, okay, I know what I do to you, I'm expecting you to do that to me, because if I put my mouth here, because I know that's what turns you on, then I'm expecting you to put it back, your mouth where I put mine on you, because that's supposedly, unless I say I don't like that.
Okay.
So it is to believe that your wife done did the same thing. If you sucking on her titty shit, if it felt good, she trying to sit up there and say, how can I get my man to sit up there and, ooh, or let me try his nipple and see how he responds. Then it shocked you, honey, when you found out that the damn nipple was the damn, oh, shit, wait. The first time it happened and you realized it, it became an oh shit moment. Then you went on to explore it further. Now you got to sit down there and understand what other parts of your body, because shit, I bet you she licked the inside of your motherfucking thighs before touching your dick. Shit, your dick will get rock hard. But you probably don't know that yet.
Because it's been times where, like I said, that me and my wife tried anal like a couple of times. Well, I tried it with her. She really can't handle it. And she's like, well, you're just too big. But one day she came home. It kind of fucked me up. She was like, well, I stopped at the little sex store. She brushed for lube. She was like, well, they said, well, if you spray this on here, it's supposed to be better than other shit that we had tried. Because we had tried like some anal ease or something, but then she had like some kind of spray. And then I tried it, and then she kind of let me go up in her. But sometimes, just like you said, I feel like she want to make me feel like she feel. And, I mean, I don't know if I'm correct in that motherfucking assertion, but I feel like she want to make me feel like however she feel.
Okay.
I'm not saying that she like trying to jam me or like just ram me up.
No. It's the whole feeling of that space that she's in to take you to that euphoric moment. To make your eyes roll in the back of your head sometimes, to take the work off of you. Let her sit up there and say, okay, yeah, I could do that to my man and can't no other bitch do that. That's what it is. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Because you know what, we could this could go on, and what I'm afraid of is getting in the middle of this and we end up dropping off, because I'm in the after show period of this, and the computer, it's all computer generated, so the computer will come up in here and cut me off when it feels like it, and when it cut off, it'll cut off. So I want to end this where I'm able to have control and say this here was a fabulous, fabulous show. I have your number. I'm gonna call you right back as soon as I hang this phone up, because there's something else I just got to give you in this. But let me just say, hey, this has been cute. I got to do a part 2 on this, because I think this is fantastic. This here is fucking fantastic. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, y'all can finish all of your crumpets, honey, because the tea has been dished. And you've been dishing tea, darling, with Big Meech, honey. If you love me, tell a friend. If you hate me, tell an enemy. But do know this. One way, shape, style, form, or fashion. What this thing is doing, honey, is going forth. Make sure you get your tickets to come out and see my show, No Time for the Pain, at 1515 Broadway, Detroit, Michigan, July 25th through the 27th. Hotter than July weekend. So if you have any questions about it, go to the website, dishingtea.com, or email me at bigmeach, BIGMEACH, at dishingtea.com. Until we meet again, my darlings, I love you. Thank you so much for your love and support. And go and be a blessed and productive day.
Hi, it's Jamie, Progressive's Employee of the Month, 2 months in a row. Leave a message at the... Hi, Jamie. It's me, Jamie. I just had a new idea for our song about the Name Your Price tool. So when it's like, tell us what you want to pay, hey, 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 and the trombone goes, blah, 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 and you say, we'll help you find coverage options to fit your budget. Then we just all do finger snaps while a choir goes, savings coming at ya, savings coming at ya. Yes? No? Maybe? Anyway, see you at practice tonight. I got new lyrics for the rap break.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Progressive presents Get Pumped. Inspiration to help you do insurance stuff.
Okay, time out. You're going to let your budget be the boss of you? Take control with Progressive's Name Your Price tool. Tell us what you want to pay for car insurance, and we'll help you find options that fit your budget. Here's some music to get you pumped. Da-dong, 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 dang, dang. I hear your budget laughing at you. Oh, wait, that's just those kids laughing at me. Ignore them!
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.